Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Narayan Rao Kovur. In this video, we are going to explain the Keynesian theory of determination of national income in a three-sector model or Keynesian three-sector model. In a Keynesian three-sector model, aggregate demand consists of household consumption denoted as C, business investment demand denoted as I, government expenditure for goods and services denoted as G. So in a three-sector model, one is household consumption, second one is business investment demand, third one is government expenditure for goods and services. Since there is no foreign sector or foreign trade, therefore GDP and national income are equal. No foreign sector, that means no exports and no imports. Therefore, GDP and national income both are equal. Right. 2 points to be remembered that when studying this model. What are the 2 points? One is investment and government expenditure are constant. Investment and government expenditure are constant. Second one is at equilibrium y is equal to C plus I plus G. These are the 2 points to be remembered that when studying three-sector model. So now let us examine circular flow of income in a three-sector model. We already explained previously circular flow of money in a two-sector model. So in this video, we are going to explain circular flow of money or income in a three-sector model. One is a business firm, second one is households, and third one is government. Three-sector model. So when government is added, then what is the role of the government? So taxes on households and business firms are used to fund government purchases and transfer payments to the household sector and subsidies to the business sector. This is the first role of government. So taxes on households and business firms are used to fund government purchases and transfer payments to households and subsidies to the business firms. Point number 2. Government borrows from financial market and to finance its deficit. Government ఫినాన్షియల్ మార్కెట్ నుంచి బారోయింగ్ చేసి దాన్ని డెఫిసిట్ ని క్లియర్ చేసేదానికి ఉపయోగిస్తుంది. టు ఫినాన్స్ ఇట్స్ డెఫిసిట్స్, దట్ ఈస్ గవర్నమెంట్ బారోయింగ్స్. అండ్ థర్డ్ వన్ ఈస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ వన్. థర్డ్ వన్ ఈస్ here there are two types of leakages from household sector. One is savings. Savings flow into the financial market. And the second one is taxes to the tax payments to the government. Here there are two leakages from the household sector. One is savings flowing to financial market. Second one is tax payments to the government sector. And injections or investment. Injections or investment. So investment is flowing from financial market to the business sector. That is one. Next, government purchases to the product market. Government purchases to the product market. And transfer payments to the household sector, subsidies to the business sector. These are the injections. One is investment, second one is government purchases, third one is a transfer payments to household sector, with subsidies to the business sector. So this is the circular flow of money or income in a three-sector model. So now, the Keynesian three-sector model can be explained in a graphical representation with the help of aggregate demand and aggregate supply in panel A, and with the help of leakages and injections in panel B. So this diagram explains Keynesian three-sector model. Keynesian three-sector model. First of all, panel A. So draw L shape, mark YOX, aggregate demand is measured on Y-axis, income or output is measured on X-axis. This is the consumption line. If investment is added, that shift upwards, this is C plus I, aggregate demand line. For this, so government expenditure is added. Government expenditure is added, that is C plus I plus G. So here, C plus I plus G schedule lies above the consumption line by a constant amount. And so this is aggregate demand line. And this 45-degree line is called aggregate supply or national income. Y is equal to C plus S. Y is equal to C plus S. So aggregate demand and aggregate plus G schedule and Y is equal to C plus S. Both are intersect at point E1. E1 is the equilibrium point. Determination of national income is Y1. So this is panel A. And whereas in panel B, so this is investment, that is constant. Government expenditure is added, that is I plus G. So I plus G, it is also, government expenditure is also constant. That is why investment line or investment plus government expenditure line is parallel to x-axis. S plus T is the savings plus tax line, that is slopes upwards from left to right. That is positively varied with income, right? Here I plus G and S plus T both are equal at point E1. E1 is the equilibrium point. Determination of national income is Y1. Suppose, for example, beyond equilibrium point, that is after Y1, what happens? So here aggregate supply is more, aggregate demand is less. Aggregate supply is more, aggregate demand is less. then what happens? Excess inventories accumulate. Excess inventories accumulate. Producers reduce future production. So, employment declines. Employment declines. Output also declines. And back to equilibrium level. Back to equilibrium level. That is E1 or Y1 determination of income. Next, below the equilibrium level. Below the equilibrium level. That means before Y1. If we observe, aggregate demand is more, aggregate supply is less. At the same time, I plus G is greater than S plus T. So as a result of that, unintended inventory shortfall, producers increase production, employment rises, output rises, and back to the equilibrium level. So it is only that at Y1 level of output or income, it is only that at Y1 level of income or output, aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply. That means shortfall, or aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply, or I plus G is equal to S plus T. Therefore, the economy is in equilibrium at E1 equilibrium. Determination of national income is Y1. In panel B, equilibrium is E1. Determination of national income is Y1. This is the Keynesian three-sector model. So thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe and comment.